This is Scary Terry's Saturday Nightmare from Rock 94.7.
Welcome to 13 Questions on Scary Terry's Saturday Nightmare. Tonight's guest is a true death metal legend. As the founding vocalist of Cannibal Corpse, he blazed trails and wrote the blueprint for extreme death metal. In 1995, he parted ways with Cannibal Corpse and continued blazing trails in the genre with 6 Feet Under. Their latest album, Undead, hit stores on May 22nd, and they're hitting the road this summer. Fellow metalheads, it is my absolute pleasure to say this. Chris Barnes, welcome to Scary Terry's Saturday Nightmare, man.
Oh, thanks for having me, Terry. I appreciate it, man.
So, Chris, according to the press release for your upcoming album, Undead, you said that you're in the best headspace you've been in since starting 6 Feet Under. How good is it to be Chris Barnes today?
Today, it's not too bad, actually. I'm having a great day, actually, today, so not too bad. You know, I always say some stupid things. I guess that was one of them, but I felt pretty good writing this album, so it was a lot of fun.
Oh, don't sweat that, man. I say stupid things on the air all the time, and I even convince my bosses to pay me for it, so you'll do fine.
That's awesome. I wish I could.
It's not a bad gig if you can get it. Pay stinks and the hours aren't very good, but it's not a bad gig. So, Chris, aside from you and guitarist Steve Swanson, the rest of 6 Feet Under's lineup is new. So what are the new guys bringing to the 6 Feet Under table that wasn't there before?
Well, I think with one listen, you can pretty much grasp that. I mean, the songs are a lot more intricate. They're a lot more time changes. You know, tempos are faster. You know, we have blast beats and a lot of the drumming. You know, these guys, like you said, they're new guys, but they've been around the block for a while. I mean, they're really seasoned pros, and I really wanted to surround myself with amazing musicians that would really inspire myself and push myself to churn out some really brutal lyrics and some great death metal vocals that I think people have been really looking forward to.
Now let's talk about the title a bit, Undead. Now there's a lot of ways to interpret that beyond the obvious dead rising from the graves bit. What does the title Undead mean to you?
Well, it's like you said, there's many different facets to that word, and I think, you know, I don't particularly latch on to just one. I felt like that it really encompassed a lot of the ideas within the album, and that word reoccurs a few times, and that was something that I kind of noticed after the fact, and after we got done recording and mixing the album. That wasn't until I really kind of titled the album Undead, and it was more like the album spoke to me, and that's what it said, you know, I want to be named, you know, because they're almost living entities to me when I'm done with an album. It's kind of strange. But, you know, I think that's what the great thing about, you know, I guess art in a way is that it's very personal. I mean, you could take from that title what you want, and I kind of search out things like that and ideas like that because I think it's important for the listener or the viewer of something, you know, to really be to have their thought or their imagination provoked in a way by what they're looking at or what they're hearing.
Oh, we're certainly looking forward to picking it up when it comes out on May 22nd. We've been listening to Formaldehyde and the other singles you've released, and kick-ass work all around, man.
Oh, thanks, Jerry. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm really happy with, you know, a lot of the fans' reactions out there that have heard, you know, 18 Days and Formaldehyde. It's really nice to hear, you know, the positive reaction after working on an album for so long.
You're listening to 13 Questions on Scary Terry's Saturday Nightmare. Scary Terry's Saturday Nightmare is a 3-hour metal show heard every Saturday night from 9 until midnight on Rock 94.7, 102.9 in central Wisconsin, and online worldwide at rock947.com. Our 13 Questions interview with Chris Barnes of 6 Feet Under continues. Now, Chris, you're a longtime advocate of marijuana law reform and a confirmed consumer of the product, so to speak. So my first question is, you holding, bro?
Always.
Sweet. Next question. Did you have a good time on April 20th?
Yeah, I actually had to tell the label that from 3 o'clock till 6 o'clock I will be off interviews.
I could just imagine the entire interview. Oh, yeah. Wait, what was the question again, man? Yeah. That probably wouldn't have went so hot then. So
I would have been a little distracted for sure.
Now, Chris, is marijuana simply a recreational pastime for you, or is there something more personal that you find in it?
Yeah, it's really my spirituality. I believe that it benefits all human life. I specifically believe that, and know because it's been scientifically proven, that we need it in our daily life to help our bodies, because our bodies are built around cannabis and the endocannabinoidal system. So for good health, it's important for us to consume cannabis on a daily basis. And, I believe that it is also something that's very, very, very beneficial to everyone on Earth as far as just on many levels, man. I mean, look at all the jobs that could be created by all the products that can be created, and a lot of natural things. My main point, really, when I discuss legalization of cannabis across the board, is take a look at the hypocrisy of it. Okay, every day we are told that it's okay to drink alcohol and to smoke tobacco. Those are things that people use recreationally each day, and more people use those things each day than anything else that we deem to be entertainment to us. Now, think about that. Those things are promoted to us, and we use those things, and we are allowed to use those things. They are not kept from us to ingest into our bodies. But yet, those things that we're allowed to have and use and ingest into our bodies for entertainment purposes cause more death to humans than any other thing that we bring into our systems. Why are we allowed to use that? Why is that legal, alcohol and tobacco? And why is an herb, a medicinal herb that benefits us, that has never killed anyone on the planet, why is that illegal? What is the purpose of that plant, that beneficial plant? Why is that being held from us to ingest into our bodies? Yeah, no one's ever OD'd from it. I mean, people OD from alcohol, and I'm sure, they die from tobacco, but, the statistic is you literally have to smoke 1,500 pounds in 15 minutes, and believe me, I've tried. It's pretty something. Yeah, but, the only thing that would happen to you is you'd really suffocate, like being in a house fire. You wouldn't really die from the drug or the effect of cannabis.
Exactly.